Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. You guys asked me to follow up on this. I did a video not too long ago called What a Billionaire Told Me About Black People. And that's when I told you a story about a billionaire that I met who told me the story about Bank of America and how Bank of America, which is rooted in the Bank of Italy, became a power play in the Italian community that allowed them to build billions of dollars in wealth. Black people need the same kind of power play. We need to make the same kind of power move. And one thing that he mentioned in the conversation was he talked about economic warfare. The rules of economic warfare. Now, in case you guys want to know, I do actually have a lecture out there. If you go to blackfinancialintelligence.com, I do have a lecture called The Rules of Economic Warfare at blackfinancialintelligence.com. Feel free to check that out. But let me just sort of give you a breakdown. One of the things that he mentioned is that when you're really trying to make an economic power play, whether it's individually or as a family, as a community, or as a group, or as a nation, you got to be ready to fight. You can't sort of go through life expecting that your whole journey to the top is going to be sort of inspired by all these feel good moments. Instead, the journey is going to be nasty. It's going to be bitter. You're going to get kicked in the butt. People are going to fight you. People are going to fight dirty. People are going to try to take what you got. And I say this because I hear a lot of black folks who, when we talk about building Black Wall Street, they say, "Well, Doc, last time we built Black Wall Street, they burned it down." So, does that mean you give up? Does that mean you quit because somebody stops you or somebody tries to stop you? That's like, LeBron James trying to win an NBA title and saying, "Well, every time we try to win a title, the Golden State Warriors, they always have a better team." No, you don't do that. You play offense, you play defense, you re-strategize, you fight. And so one of the things the billionaire mentioned is he said, when black people start making real power moves, instead of trying to integrate and get everybody to like them, he said, what's going to happen is that when you're building empires and you run up the hill shooting your gun, don't be surprised when they shoot back. Because that's what people do. When you shoot at them, they shoot back. And he said, what you're doing is the right move, but you have to make sure that you're mentally ready. Business is warfare. Economics is warfare. When we build, when we grow, that people are going to get mad. When we grow, people are not going to pat you on the back. They're not going to clap for you. They're not going to give you special, Negro of the Year awards. They're going to fight you. They're going to try to shut you down. They're going to try to burn you down. They're going to try to steal from you. They're going to do everything they can to keep you from accumulating power until you establish enough dominance to let them know that you're serious. Another thing about business is when you're starting businesses, teach this to your children. When they start businesses, individual business and small business is like warfare too. You see, that's very different from a paycheck mentality. A paycheck mentality is I go to work, they give me my check, I do what I want with the check, then I go to work again, get another check, everything's smooth. A business owner's mentality means that you're going to battle where you're going to have some wins and you're going to have some losses. You're going to make some investments that'll do great. You're going to make some bad calls. You're going to go into situations that are going to make you lots of money. You're going to go into situations that are going to lose you lots of money. You're going to have things that happen that are going to work out really well, and you're going to have things that are going to be such a complete disaster that you're going to be embarrassed to tell anybody about it. This is important to understand because, I hear the dialogue amongst some of my people when it comes to business. The worst thing in the world is to try to be a business owner when you're surrounded by a bunch of paycheck-minded people. Because what they'll do is they'll watch you go make an investment. Let's say you invest in a bunch of stocks and then the stock market tanks. They'll say, "Oh, see, I told you that Negro didn't know what he was talking about. He's stupid. See, he's dumb. He said go invest in Bitcoin and Bitcoin went south. And that means he's just a liar. He a scam. He did that." People who talk like that know nothing about investing because there is no investor on earth who has made any significant amount of money who can't tell you at least a dozen horror stories about times where they made investments that did not pay off. They can tell you about times where they lost damn near everything. They can tell you about times where they lost thousands, maybe even millions of dollars, but they kept on going. That's what allowed them to win. That's what allowed them to become millionaires and billionaires, is the fact that they kept going back. They kept re-strategizing. They'd invest in 8 different things. 5 of those things would crash. 3 of those things would do well. Those 3 things would carry them to the mountaintop. So in order for you to understand what it means to build wealth, you must understand that business is warfare. Economics is warfare. And when you go to battle, no soldier in the history of this world, no army in the history of this planet, no general in the history of this universe has ever gone to war not expecting that there were going to be significant casualties. When you go to war, you're not even expecting, you're not thinking in a paycheck mentality where everything's going to go smooth and nobody's going to mess with you. No, you're expecting a bloodbath. You're just hoping that you have fewer deaths than the other party does. You're hoping that after they count the number of dead and the number of living, that you have more living than the other side does, because you know you're going to have blood. You know there's going to be trauma. You know there's going to be loss. You know there's going to be chaos. You know there's going to be terrible, but you're hoping that you'll be the last one standing. And that's the mindset of a business owner. And a lot of people are not prepared for that mentality. A lot of people go into investing thinking that everything's going to be fine. They don't want to make they don't want to risk nothing. They don't want to lose nothing. They scared, I want to keep my job. I don't want to get in trouble. I got to play it safe. Well, guess what? Scared money don't make money. Most times, scared money don't make money. If you ain't ready to put some stuff on the line, then you need to sit your ass on the sideline and not get in the game, because other people need to be out here playing, because we need people that are ready to be soldiers. So that's my next thought on this topic. I'll continue to do more in this series because you guys keep asking me about this. You're asking me questions. Feel free to put questions in the comments that you want me to follow up. I made this into a series because you guys were so interested in this, and in all the sequence. I think this is maybe part 4 of the sequence, but all the other videos, the title is "What a Billionaire Told Me About Black People," and you can just search it up on YouTube and you can find the whole series out there, because I think these are great lessons in business, in life, and in economic warfare. And we got some economic soldiers out here that I think can really win this game, but the soldiers have to be activated, and some of those soldiers are your own children. So tell them to prepare for battle when it comes to getting ahead economically, because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a fight. So anyway, I'm out of here, guys. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. If you want want to learn how to buy your first share of stock, we have a free training you could pick up at blackmoney100.com. That's blackmoney100.com. Feel free to check that out. Also, the All Black National Convention is coming up in a few months, so go to allblacknationalconvention.com. It's in Houston this year for 2019, but maybe you're watching the video in 2020 or 2021. So either way, allblacknationalconvention.com is where you want to go. Hit the share button, subscribe button, and like button, and all the good stuff. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.